We are live and direct. What's going on, YouTube? What's up? What's up? Happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, right?
Yep.
Today is Tuesday. Happy
No, no, no,
Tuesday.
no, no. Today's Monday.
Today's only Monday?
Don't
Wow.
say only, and then it's gonna fly.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a fantastic week. If you didn't know, we are celebrating 5 years.
It's an echo.
I was streaming it. I was like, what the hell's happening?
Oh,
I heard an echo in the background. I realized I was streaming it on my phone. Want to make sure YouTube, you guys can hear us. Number one, want to make sure you guys can hear us. Drop a yes in the chat if you can hear us. Want to make sure you guys can hear us. What's going on Instagram? We are also on Instagram Live as well. We got a long night ahead, so I'm drinking an energy drink tonight.
do you?
I don't know. Do we? Drop a yes in the chat if you guys can hear us. Instagram, drop a yes in the chat. What's going on? Part of my aura. Wish you were in Dallas, sir. Wish you were in Dallas. All right, we got Instagram. They can hear us. We don't know if YouTube can hear us, but hey, either way, we are here. We are live and direct. We are celebrating 5 years in our cleaning business. We are celebrating our 50th anniversary in the cleaning business. We got notifications going off on YouTube, notifications going off on Instagram. So we are live and direct in both places. So yesterday, let's recap a little bit about who we are, just in case people joining us have no idea. So we live in Dallas, Texas. If you guys didn't know, we started a cleaning business 5 years ago this week in Dallas, Texas, which is our first business. And the goal with the cleaning business was to help us pay off $114,000 in debt. We had $114,000 in debt, and the purpose of the cleaning business was to help us pay off that debt. We had a bunch of side hustles. You guys didn't know. We watched dogs. We rented our car. We also had jobs on the side. And the cleaning business was just something we were trying out in the midst of having all these side hustles to help us pay off this large amount of debt. And little did we know that the cleaning business will grow to us doing over $1 million in little less than 5 years, to teaching students how to do the same with Cleaning Business University. Our students have done over $4 million in the cleaning industry and opened cleaning businesses in 35 plus states. And the best part about it is that we don't clean houses. So we work with cleaning partners. We work with independent contractors, people who are already trained in the business. We find the work. They go out and do what they're best at. We market. We handle the customer service. And that's how we run our cleaning business for the past 5 years. So yesterday we spoke about
why we started the cleaning business and our first few jobs, because people always ask, do I have to clean and things like that. We did do 3 jobs at the beginning when we started, not because we had to, but because Anthony wanted to see how it was. God knows why. So we did that, but we do not clean any homes. And what else did we speak about? Our story, getting out of debt, if you didn't know, as he mentioned, marketing your business, things like that. That's what we spoke about yesterday. Today, we want to speak about customer service and speaking about contractors, like how do you get these partners? Where do you find them from? How do I keep the clients once I get them? We have said a few times, if you're new here, we always say that getting the clients will be the easy part of the business, but finding the contractors is the hardest part of the business. If you think about it, at any job that you may be at, finding good people to do the job that are responsible, punctual, all of the above is difficult, okay? Especially in this day and age, we have to continue to try to find someone. So that is the most difficult part of the business. So how do we find them? How do we continue to grow with that? So we'll touch on that.
So the reason we work with people who are already established in the cleaning industry is because number one, we don't clean houses. We don't even clean our own house. I know when you grow up, you like, yo, I cleaned a little bit. If you ever cleaned your mom's house, your aunt's house, drop I cleaned in the chat, right? Drop that in the chat. Drop a yes in the chat. Drop some hand emojis, some prayers. Yes, we all cleaned our mom's house. Yes, we've all cleaned our auntie's house. Yes, we clean the house on Sundays. But that doesn't make you a professional cleaner. You can't just go out and just start cleaning houses, especially the hard houses, right? You can't just go out there and you get to the house where you're like, I have no idea where to start. Our house where we live in our apartment previously, yes, those are the easy houses. Like you You've probably never cleaned a day in your house. Yes, you could clean our house. Yes, we could clean our own houses.
But
then
there's real homes out there.
Yeah, but when you get to those houses and you walk in and you like, I have no idea where to start. That's when your level of professionalism kind of kicks in. That's when your level of, all right, I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. I know to start from top to bottom. I know to go from left to right. I know what supplies to have. That's when that level of I've been here before kind of kicks in. You can't walk into those houses off the street like I got this, because you will walk right out.
Right.
We've had people who've done that. They've gone to a house and say, I've cleaned my whole life, or I cleaned my mom's house, or whatever. We gave them a shot, and they walk to those jobs, and they go to those jobs where they have no idea what to do, and they walk their asses right out. It has happened to us. Like, you know what? This ain't for me. It never was for you, honestly. It wasn't your profession. You
it ain't
did
for
a
me.
little bit.
Tell you that much. I used to clean all the time with my mother, and I still don't like to do it. So
yeah, your mother walking 20 houses, and she gonna like, I don't know what the hell to do. So that's why we say we only work with established professionals. And what actually does that mean?
That means that they have been cleaning professionally, so they've been getting paid for cleaning. They have their own supplies. They have their own customers, things like that. That's what we look for, because we don't have we don't have employees, so we're not training anyone. They need to know how to do all these things before they come to us. Uber is not training you on how to drive. You need to know how to drive and have a car. Period. Poo. That's it. A clean background, probably, things like that. And that's the same thing when it comes to us. You need to know how, you need to know how to clean. You need to have your own cleaning supplies. You need to be responsible, all those other things. But that's why we work with contractors, essentially, versus working with employees. Nothing wrong with it. We just don't do it.
And one of the other things that we look for is that a lot of times they've already been working with larger companies and they want more freedom. So people ask, why would they work with you over working with, these larger companies? Most of the time, they just want that flexibility and freedom that you can provide. So the way we advertise our jobs is that, listen, you're already established. You're already an established cleaning professional. You already have your own supplies. You already have your own insurance. And you're just looking for more work. Because most of the time, these people who work with these already established companies, they may have a few jobs on the side, and they're looking to grow their essential side business into something that's more established. So they don't know how to market. They don't have any online presence. They don't have any way to kind of reach these clients. And that's everything that we have. So they're like, listen, I already clean. I'm good at what I do. Can you help me find more jobs? Right. So that's one of the reasons why they decide to work with us. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up on the video, because that lets YouTube know, hey, shoot this out to other people. And if you're watching this on Instagram
subscribe
Live
as well on YouTube, please.
If you're watching this on Instagram Live, send this live out to 5 people and comment done, because you never know what game
5
people could get.
Lot, maybe 3.
Between 3 to 5 people. We gave each of y'all some tasks. So
yeah, that's why we work with contractors. That's why we continue to do so. A method that we always say, and we will continue to say, is always be hiring. So always continue to look for people. We've had students say, I have, 5 jobs, or maybe I have 5 contractors. I'm done hiring. I don't need to hire anymore. Absolutely not. And then we've had people have to come back and bite their tongue because they realize, okay, even though I have 5 people, it's still not enough. Always be hiring, because they are contractors, right? So they can say yay or nay at any time. There would be no reason for, they can say yes or no at any time, and then you're kind of screwed trying to find somebody to clean the home. So always be hiring. And then even if sometimes things are going well with the contractors, and we've had that before, somebody's like, oh, I gotta leave the state, I gotta move. Then you're screwed, right? So, and imagine you only had one person. So make sure that you are always hiring when it comes to contractors and working with them, and even employees, I would say, in this day and age. I know a lot of people kind of jump around. So make sure you are always hiring when it comes to this business, okay? Those that have been in the business for a while can, I was going to say, testify to that, that what I'm saying is definitely true.
Always be hiring. If that doesn't make sense, it will. And no matter what business you're in.
Yeah.
No matter if you have a cleaning business, no matter if you do whatever it is.
Listen, Target, Wendy's, all of them always hiring.
You should always be hiring. You should be always looking for good people, because the problem is, as soon as you find that one good person, you're going to throw all your eggs in that basket, and they're going to dip out on you. You're going to be stuck with that basket with no eggs in it. Okay. You're going to be holding a basket with no eggs in it, because the basket's going to break. I don't know. I hope that made sense to y'all.
And you may say, well, how do you find good people? So within our course, we kind of go through a whole hiring system, but we make it hard for people to work with us. Really, we don't make it so easy that anybody can work with us.
I need you to repeat that one more time.
We make it hard for people to work with us.
We don't make it easy.
And we don't make it easy. And what I would say to that is
difficult. We make it hard. We make it difficult
for people to work with us.
I want to make that very clear.
And you may say, well, then what I would say to that is I've seen many students go on and say that, you know, they skipped a step or they did something else. And then you see the result of what happens when you don't like follow the whole thing through. So we make it difficult for people to work with us because we want to weed out the people that aren't real, that aren't, you know, willing to do the work. So if you can't even, this is not a criteria, but if you can't even send me your resume, you just say yes to what I post, that, you know, that tells me that you're not paying attention. Or if you can't, you know, just little steps. There's little things that we put in place. So we make it difficult for people to work with us so that we can weed out those people that aren't serious or aren't professional or don't plan to show up, things like that.
And I'll give you an example. So we like to say, and I want to break down some of the hiring numbers because I think it's very important to understand the larger structure when it comes to your hiring funnel. So out of every 100 people that apply to your job, meaning 100 people actually say, you know what, I'm going to hit yes, I'm going to hit apply. Yes, I want this job. Out of every 100 people that apply, 50% of them will not actually qualify for the job. 50%. So that's 50 people will not qualify for the job. Meaning as they go through the actual interview questions, oh, I don't have insurance. Oh, I don't have a car. Oh, I don't have cleaning supplies. Oh, I'm not willing to travel. Oh, I don't have this, that, and the third. So 50 people will actually qualify for the job, right? So meaning they hit apply, 50% will actually make it to the next stage. So the next stage is actually going through a quick yes or no question scenario. Out of those 50 people, 50% of those people won't even go through that next step. So meaning 25 people will say, you know what, I'm not even going through this next step. That means 25 of those 50 will actually go through the next step, right? So the next step says, yes, you can set up an interview now. We are not interviewing 100 people. We are not interviewing 50 people. We are not even interviewing 25 people. You have to set up an interview after going through that next step. So the interview now says select a time or date for your availability. Now, most of those people won't even do that. So we're down to about 10, 15 people actually setting up an interview. Out of the 10 to 15 people that actually set up an interview, maybe you get 5 people to actually show up to the phone call interview. Out of 100 people, our operations manager, she literally gave us the numbers 1 month. And out of the month, there was like 500 people who applied. Out of the 500, there was maybe 10% of those people. So we're down to about 5 people who actually get on the phone with my operations manager. And my operations manager goes through those conversations. Out of those 5 people, we maybe get 1 to 2 people who actually say, you know what, I'm going to do this job. Or we say, you know what, we're both a mutual fit. So out of 100 people, 1 to 2 people, every hiring round actually make it through. 1 to 2 people. So yes, we make it very difficult to work with us. And I like to get those numbers so that you guys know out of every 100 people, only 1 to 2% of those people are actually getting hired.
You may actually, so you may be like, why? It's kind of like the process I see of like, if we're applying, most of us have a 9 to 5 probably. We're applying and they have you do like 3 interviews and a write-in essay and a this and a that. It's the same type of thing that they want to make sure, 1, that you're the right candidate, 2, that you're willing to do that work. And it weeds out other people that aren't willing to do those simple things that they may be asking for. And that's the same process here. And like he said, people apply that don't even fit the criteria, don't even have a supplies, even though it says it. So we make it difficult for you to work with us, and we are always hiring because we know that. We know that if you make it through that process, then okay, you probably are a good worker, someone that we will consistently work with. Most of our contractors we've worked with for 4 or 5 years. Like once we've, you know, they've come onto the team, we've been with them throughout, and they've been with us throughout. So that the process is necessary. I mean, we have a more detailed process, which we talk more about it in the course, but that's to give you an overview of what it looks like and how it can be very time consuming. And that I want to touch on it because when people ask the hardest part of the business, finding good people, okay? Finding good people, the hardest part and the most time consuming part of the business as well.
So that interviewing part is the hardest part, but when people ask the question, how do you vet your candidates to make sure they're doing a good job? this is one part of that process. This is one part of that process that lets us know this person is at least detailed enough to go through this entire interview process. So that the worst case scenario, they're a decent cleaner. So we know that they're punctual. We know that they're gonna show up on time. We know that they have the mindset to go through this interview gauntlet. So if they could clean, that's just icing on the cake. So your interview process is weeding out 50%, actually 98% of people who actually aren't qualified. The people who are just gonna day one, they're probably not gonna show up to the job, or day one, they're probably gonna be late, or day one, they're probably gonna quit on you. Like, you're weeding those people out, so you're getting the best qualified candidates to give you the best shot of doing a good job when you actually get to the client's home.
Yeah. So where do we find the people?
Where do we find people?
And it's a simple answer, really. We find people where you would look for work. So we find people on Indeed, ZipRecruiter, Craigslist, tell a family friend, referrals. That's how we find people. That's been the process that's worked for us for the past 5 years. And we have our students, a lot of people vouch for Craigslist. Some people vouch for Indeed. Some people have friends of the family that they've known for years that's had a business and they're helping. We would say if you find someone good, ask them if they know people. Generally, they do. So that is where we find people. That's where we find our workers. And it's the same place where you can find your workers on there. There's some other places listed in the course, but those are the main places that I would say that we find the workers.
So I need you to drop some fire emojis in the chat for Janoka's makeup, because we're looking at this on HD and she is killing it. You actually blocking your makeup with this.
That's fine.
There you go. Drop some fire emojis in the chat if you're feeling her makeup right now. She got the makeup. She got the hair for y'all. She got the lipstick. See,
I won't say it's for them. Let's be clear.
Drop some fire emojis in the chat, because
I would just say that I got it.
I want to see those fire emojis in the chat. Make sure you let her know how good she look. So we're talking about the hiring. We're talking about the platform. So I want to dive a little bit into some of the platforms and some of the pros and cons. So Indeed is a platform that we know if you're a person on Indeed, you're probably taking your business seriously. Craigslist, I know you may be like, you know what, Craigslist is outdated, but trust me,
it's not.
Trust me, those are the people that you want to reach out to, because if they're on Craigslist, they may be a little bit behind the technology. And there's some things that you can look for on these platforms. So Craigslist, if they got outdated pictures, if they only got a phone number to book them, if they don't got any way to get them online, like those are some of the people you want to call up. You want to say, you know what, are you looking for more work? Because more often than not, they're probably looking for more work. What else you mentioned? ZipRecruiter. We haven't used ZipRecruiter too much. We've been more on Indeed, Craigslist. Nextdoor is another one we mentioned on Instagram earlier. Nextdoor is a peer-to-peer neighborhood app. So if you go to nextdoor.com, if you just type in what you're looking for, you can find people who perform those services. So a lot of people give you recommendations on who they've used in the past. And if you really want to, you can just call those people up and say, hey, I got some work. If you really want to, I can get you more cleanings, and you kind of partner with them that way. So those are just some ways to kind of dive into those platforms. And yeah.
No, I was just going to speak on going into it more about why they work with us. Like you mentioned, the more work is pretty simple. That's the reason why many people work with us. So if they have 5 clients on their own, if they work with us, they can have 15, 20 clients I'm talking about in a week. So more work, more money. They work with us because they see the value in it. They don't have to, all they have to do is show up and clean.
Yeah.
Right. So they just get to do the job that they know how to do well. I know how to clean. I just show up and clean. They don't have to worry about marketing and reviews, all these other things. They just need to do their job and do it well. They work with us for the freedom of it. A lot of them were employees at some point, but then they go on, they have children, younger children, things like that, and they want that freedom. The money, the freedom, the flexibility, the pay is really well. That's another reason why they work with us. So these are the reasons why a small business or an individual would work with us and continue to work with us, because they see the value in it. I always have to reference back to Uber, because it's just like, if this Uber driver was on his own, would he have as much clients compared to when he's on the Uber app? Probably not. Probably not.
I think Airbnb though.
Airbnb is another one.
If you just hopped online and was like, you know what, I'm gonna rent out my place.
Yeah.
How much business would you really have? So you go to a platform like Airbnb, they already have the marketing, they already have the customer service, they already have the tools. All you have to do is just show up with your place. You show up with your place, you furnish it, you clean it, stuff like that. So Airbnb is a marketing platform to help you get more bookings, essentially, versus you trying to rent out your own place.
And we, we're able to keep the contractors based off of some of the things we mentioned with pay and stuff like that. But just also really, we find that treating them like, respecting them goes a long way. I know you may be like, that's a basic necessity, but not really. A lot of them tell us stories of people that they work with and things like that. So treating them correctly, showing them the value, them being able to negotiate rates, all those type of things is what makes them stick around and stay with us throughout. When, like I said, a lot of them we've been with 4.5 years. We've been, kind of working with them.
Word.
That's it. That's all you had.
Nah, you got it.
Let me see what else is there that we want to say about contractors.
I was gonna say another part of it is like some of them.
Okay.
And you become personable with these people, right? You treat them as, it may sound, like you said, it may sound silly, but you're treating them as people, and you're treating them with respect, and you're treating them as partners. That's a big key word, partnership. So when we work with them, they understand this is a partnership. My business cannot run without you, and I'm here to help you make more money in your business, so that you could send your son to medical school, so you could take more trips, so you could travel more, so you could have more time with family and friends, buy a car, whatever it may be. So you treat it as a partnership, and they will pay you back tenfold.
Any questions about contractors at all before? Because we said we were going to speak about contractors and getting them, and then also customers and obtaining that. Any questions about contractors before we kind of move forward on that?
Because you got to have the good people to do the job. And now we're gonna move into finding your clients. Finding your best clients, number one. Finding clients is important. But you want to find your most profitable clients. You want to find your best clients. You want to find the clients who's going to book you month after month, week after week. That's going to pay you for 4 or 5 years, over the course of 4 or 5 years, every single week, every single month. So we're going to get into finding.
No questions. I don't think any
questions come
up. Okay. We'll just speak on it.
And you guys got any questions as we're going through, make sure you drop them in the respective.
Well, they just got a chat, but what do you mean by negotiate rates with contractors? Contractors are allowed to, if they go to a job and they feel like this is too low or anything like that, them reaching out to you and letting you know what they would want to be paid, or if they feel like you should charge more. That's what I mean.
So having that partnership allows them to literally be partners in the business. So we're going to move over to finding your most profitable, your best, your recurring customers, how to keep them happy, how to keep them in the door, all of the fun stuff.
Yes.
This is where you make the money too.
Finding the clients is, like we said, is the easier part of the business. But the biggest thing I would say is clients and customer service is the key to this business, or maybe any business, if you will. If the customer service isn't good, then you probably aren't going to have people coming back. Or maybe sometimes you do. But, you want the customer service of the Chick-fil-A's, the Trader Joe's. You want that type, but you want to give off that type of customer service. And that is what keeps the clients coming back. How you show up keeps the clients coming back. Now, yes, if you're you need to do the job well, right? Whoever goes needs to clean well. But sometimes, your customer service is so good that even if the cleaning was subpar or whatever, they will still come back. So customer service, I would say, is the number one thing that you need to have, and or know. And if you are not someone that, maybe you're not the friendliest, or maybe you're not one that knows how to communicate or get your point across easily, then I would say having someone involved in your team that can do the customer service side of thing, or hiring a VA or someone on your behalf to speak on your behalf for your business. I was gonna read the question, or
there's a few questions up there.
Oh, okay. So you want me to get into that before you do it? Okay. No?
We can wait. Okay.
We can wait. So it's gonna have to go in the box. It's gonna get lost. Sorry, guys.
So if you got any questions, drop them in your question box on Instagram Live. So, like Genova said, if you are not somebody who needs to be on the phone, do not be on the phone. I am great when I need to be, but most of the time, if I don't have to be, I will not be on the phone. I've worked in customer service doing technology for 15 years. I was off the phone for 10 of those years because it was not something I enjoyed doing. I did not enjoy talking to customers every single day, meaning I did not enjoy solving problems every single day. So when I got to a management role, my job was to find people who enjoyed talking to customers. So that's what you need to do in your business. If you do not enjoy talking to customers or solving their problems, do not be on the phone with them, please. That's
Or
a
even
key.
messaging, because you can tell sometimes when people are
Please,
writing.
if you do not need to be on the phone with them, do not be on the phone with them.
So you may ask, what does good customer service look like? So in this business, in the service-based business, few points is responsiveness. In the day and age that we live in, we want things immediately. So I am not waiting 4 hours to hear back, because I can just go to another company and hear the information, right? Or
I'm not waiting 4 minutes.
Like we always speak about, why your business stands out with the way that we do it. We have an online platform where people can just book us. So you don't even have to speak to us if you don't want to. Right? You can get the information online if you want to. You don't even have to speak to us. So responsiveness is key. And that is another thing. If I am unable, which that happened with us, people ask, when do you get a VA? When we saw that we were
a virtual assistant.
Sorry. When we saw that we were losing business because we weren't able to answer the phone or answer a lead, it's time to get a virtual assistant in place. Okay. Meaning, we weren't as responsive. We were taking 2 hours to get back to someone. By then they've moved forward. So responsiveness.
So if you work a 9 to 5, this business can be ran if you work a 9 to 5. So
I still work.
She works a 9 to 5. We both worked 9 to 5 when we started this business. So there are systems that you could put in place when people call you and automatically text them the link to your website. You could text them conversations. They could book you online without talking to you. So there are ways this business can be run without you hopping on the phone while you're at your 9 to 5. But if you have a job and you want to run a business like this, you should have someone answering the phones. You should have someone who can help you out while you're unavailable. So I wanted to make sure I did say that this business. So we did have 9 to 5s when we started this business.
Yeah. So customer service is key when it comes to clients. I think also knowing your clientele or knowing your client's avatar is important, right? So yes, we have older people book our services, but more than not, it's a younger crowd that's going online, booking our services, feel comfortable giving their card, putting their card information online and things like that, right? We are catering to maybe the moms that don't have time, or a younger crowd that feels like they don't have time to clean their home. Like, that is our avatar of who we're catering to. Maybe you live in a retirement area in Florida, you're catering to the retirement crowd, so knowing what who your clientele is will be helpful when you're marketing or having those conversations, because you know where to meet your client at if they're on the phone with you. Because they can book you online, but there's times many people still call in because they want additional information. That would be number 2 when it comes to getting these clients and keeping them. Customer service and knowing your clientele, knowing their avatar.
Sometimes people just want to talk to a human too. They want to know that this person is a human. They want to know that this business is a business. They want to find out where you are. Some people just call us to find out if we're located in Texas. They want to know if we're located in Dallas. Yeah, we located in Dallas.
That's what we said.
But there are big companies out there that's not located in the area, and they just advertise their services there. Which some clients are like, you know what? I want to support the people in my area. Sometimes they don't really care. So that is very important. Sometimes they just want to talk to a human. So sometimes you can't even get away from that.
Right. Something else to knowing. So a lot of us we speak about SOPs or things that we put in place that works for our business. But if you've been in the service before, then you know that you have to bend sometimes, right? Sometimes each case is individual, and it's like, I can't stick to whatever policy I said. I don't know what the policy is. Let's make something up. I don't do recleans. Let's just go with that. But a job was done so bad that you should go do it. Or a client is maybe being so irate that you're like, let me just do it so I don't continue to have this headache. So knowing when to bend in the situation, I think, is important. A lot of these, and don't get me wrong, when you're a smaller business, you're not able to bend the same way that Amazon or Target can, obviously. But sometimes you have to take ownership and do things that maybe you wouldn't do for everybody, or that you wouldn't market for everyone. And that also helps you to get the clients and have them coming back as well.
So I'll give you guys an example that there was this story that our business coach told us. And this is in regards to bending for your clients. So you can't be so rigid in your policy that you're willing to lose a client. So I'll give you guys an example that she gave us. So the conversation was about, the story was just give them the pickle. And it sounds silly, but let me explain it. So this customer was going to a well-known fast food restaurant in the airport for 2 decades, over 20 years, getting the same exact meal, a burger with a pickle and fries, whatever it may be. So for over 2 decades, this person had this routine. They were traveling for their job. Before they got on the flight, every flight for 2 decades, for 2 decades, they was getting the same meal. And they got somebody at the register and they said, let me get the burger with the fries and the pickle on it. And the register person at the register said 25 cents. And the person at the register was like, the customer said, why would I pay 25 cents? I said, oh, it's a policy. And the customer was like, I've been coming to the same restaurant doing the same routine for over 2 decades, 20 years before you were born. I'm not paying 25 cents for this pickle. And it's like, well, so you have to pay 25 cents for this pickle. The customer said, well, you just lost a client. So the customer ended up writing a letter to the CEO of the company saying, I've been coming to your restaurant for 20 years, over 2 decades, ordering the same meal. Now, if you add up all the money I've spent, you just lost a client over a 25-cent pickle. And the CEO ended up writing back to the customer, said, you get unlimited food for the rest of your life whenever you want to travel. And then he went to the store and did a whole training called Just Give the Customer the Pickle.
Yeah.
Just give them the pickle because you don't want to risk losing that client over the 25 cents.
I wish McDonald's used to do that with the sauce.
Oh, no, you got to pay. And you ain't been going there for 20 years.
I haven't been there.
Getting the same meal. So sometimes you got to give the customer the pickle. But I do understand sometimes when your morals are at play. Because there was one time where we had to charge a client $15 and we wasn't going to budge because of their mannerisms and their attitude with us. And they said, you're willing to lose a $200 booking for $15? And we said, yes.
It's you, not the $200.
And we said it wasn't even about the money. It was more about your attitude and your personality towards our team. And they went and wrote in the review like, oh, this company is willing to lose $200 over 15. And we said, absolutely, because you didn't respect our team. So yes, there are times where you do have to bend if it does make sense, but we understand there are morals at play. And we all are human. So give the customer the pickle sometimes.
Yes. Story done. Drops mic. So we were, if you're just joining us, we're speaking about getting clients. We spoke about customer service. We spoke about responsiveness, things like that, knowing when to bend, knowing who your client is so that you can market to them. Something that we also suggest when it comes to our clients is calling after every clean. And it's funny because I've heard some students say, like, I didn't really want to call, so I just sent the text and yada, yada. At the beginning, generally, you don't got that much clients, okay? I'm here to tell you, you don't got that much clients that you can't call every client. Even if you have 15 clients, you can call every client because most of the time it may be 2 on Monday, 1 on Wednesday, 3 on Thursday. So that is the suggestion that we give to call every client. Yes, I know we live in a day and age where you can just text, you can just email, and we do that as well. But a lot of times a phone call goes further. Okay. A phone call goes further with people. When you call, they're like, oh, thank you for following up. And also on the other side of that, it also allows you to kind of get in front of things if the person isn't satisfied. It's like, say the client, just didn't get around to it. So maybe you jumped in front before they left the public review. So call after every clean. To this day, we are 5 years in. We do 60 plus bookings a week, and we still call 60 after every client. Now, is me and myself and Anthony calling at this point? No, because we have a team. But especially starting out, you need to be calling every client because you have the time to do so. So don't tell me you don't.
So what this also allows you to do is, since we're not going out and doing inspections for every single clean, your clients are your inspectors. So you let the client know, hey, I'm going to call you after this clean to find out how it went. And you're using your clients as your eyes and ears as to any issues that may occur. So if the client's not satisfied, you're calling clients after every time this person goes out, and every time they say there's an issue, you know that this person is probably not your good cleaner. You know you need to get rid of your cleaner. So at that point, you're like, this person needs to go. I'm not going to work with them anymore. And now your clients are telling you how good or bad your cleaners are doing because you're calling them after every single cleaning. So that allows you to get in front of any issues, but it also allows you to know who is doing well and who's doing not so well. Since we're saying, and when people ask us all the time, how do you know who's good and who's not? Your clients are going to tell you. Your clients are going to tell you ASAP after every single cleaning. This person wasn't that good. This person was fantastic. And if you get enough of that, if you get enough of that feedback, you understand, all right, this person's really good. It wasn't just a one-off, or this person just had a bad day, and it is a one-off. So calling after every single clean allows you to get that feedback from your clients to know how good your cleaners are or how crappy they are as well.
Also with keeping clients and getting clients, we offer reoccurring services. And with the reoccurring services, we offer a discount with that. So if you book with us weekly, you book with us bi-weekly, monthly, the more frequently you book with us, the higher your discount is.
Word.
So that is a perk within itself. You know how the car wash has the more stamps, then you get a free a free car wash. Who else does that? Some of these. Chick-fil-A has that. They give you points on the app, all these type of things. So that is something that we give. And then even with the reoccurring, we also give little bonuses here and there. So once in a while, maybe once a quarter, we'll do a free deep clean. We'll give them a free fridge, we're not buying them a fridge, a free inside clean of their fridge, free stove cleaning. So little things like that, even though they're paying a reoccurring, they're getting a discount, but to also thank them for being a reoccurring client, we throw those type of things in as well. And that is what keeps them around, right? We've heard of students, the holidays are coming up, doing something extra for that. I think we knew that one of our clients had a baby. We sent a gift card. So little things like that goes a long way, especially when they're reoccurring, because they're keeping your, business afloat.
So reoccurring cleanings is the way you make the money. This is how you keep the money. So contractors coming in, that's fantastic, but recurring cleanings is how you keep the money. So we always tell the story about Mary. Mary has been with us since 2018. Our business opened in 2017. It was the end of 2017. We've cleaned her house 235 times. Can you do the math for me?
That's more than, what year are we in?
235 times, and we clean her house every single week for.
Well, it's 52 weeks in a year, so. What year are we in? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Go ahead.
200.
232.
200 times 232.
Oh, and her cleaning is more than that.
So we've made $46,400 from Mary alone. That is just one client. Mary. 46,000, because we've cleaned her every single week for 4 years, for 5 years, since 2018 essentially. So recurring clients is the name of the game. So you want to go out your way to make sure clients are satisfied so that they come on the books, and the longer they stay, the more money you make. Every single month we start off our recurring income at least 20 to 30,000 a month. Like that's the minimum that we start off at, because those clients are already on the schedule. That's one of the great things about the industry, is that these are not just one-off clients. A lot of time you do get one-off clients, but a lot of times these people are like, hey, I want to get a recurring cleaning. I want to see
the value.
Yeah, I want to get my house cleaned every single week, or every single bi-weekly, or every single month. So this is a service that people are going to use month after month after month after month. This is not a one-time thing. If you come in the house, you're going to be in their house. They want to get to know you. They want to build a relationship with you. They want to keep you there. People get on routines. They want to be like, you know what? Every Thursday, I get my house clean. I'm good. Every Monday, I get my house clean. Every other Monday, every other month. So these are recurring customers that you don't have to fight for every single month, because they're already on your schedule. So recurring is how you make the money in a business like this.
Recurring.
So when you're starting a business, think about how it's like a subscription model, essentially. Those are the best business models, because they're making you money month after month, hand over fist.
What else do we want to speak about when it comes to clients? So marketing to them and nurturing them. So we spoke about ways that you nurture them, following up to see how the cleaning was, the reoccurring discount, giving them freebies here and there, just checking in on how things are going. Email marketing to them. A lot of money is left on the table because we don't follow up with people in different ways. Or if John got a cleaning in September, maybe John needs another cleaning. He just don't know it yet, right? The holidays are coming up. Are we email marketing? Are we text marketing? Are we just calling because we can do so? We have enough time.
How many people got an email from Amazon already about Black Friday? Drop a yes in the chat if Amazon emailed you.
Amazon, Macy's, Carter's, Victoria's Secret, Target. All of them blowing me up.
Drop a yes in the chat if Amazon already emailed you about Black Friday.
Fashion Nova, all of them blowing up.
Because they know we're going to buy. These are holidays that we know are on a schedule. So Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, Hanukkah, Valentine's Day, 4th of July. Like, these are holidays that happen every single year, coincidentally, right?
Coincidentally.
They're on the calendar every single year. So you should be marketing to your customers at least on those holidays. We've sent out an email and text campaign. It cost us $100 to text them. That campaign made us over $5,000. So we're capturing their emails We're capturing their phone number so we can email or text them. That $100 email campaign made us over $5,000 because we said, hey, we got a free Tuesday or Wednesday, get $30, $40 off your cleaning, book today, something like that. Very simple.
Straight to the point.
So make sure you are marketing to your clients in different ways. You're doing some outgoing marketing to them.
Yep. So those are the few ways. So I want to just recap if you just joined us. We were speaking about getting clients and keeping them, the customer service, your responsiveness, knowing who your client even is, giving your client the pickle. If you were here, you get the reference. That sounds sucks. Bending for your client. Oh, that may be another AO, whatever. Calling after every clean, having reoccurring services for them so they get a discount, giving them freebies, and also email marketing and customer nurturing them as well. So we can jump into the questions. We spoke about contractors, getting them, keeping them, why they work with you, and then we went on to speak about clients because you need the contractors to do the cleanings unless you're doing it yourself.
So if you're joining us on YouTube, write your questions in the chat.
And then
also on IG Live, make sure you share this IG Live out with people, and we'll get to some questions now. So
you can drop it in the box. I think you got to click the plus sign first to drop it.
All right. So T Baker said, do you require your contractors to be insured? Yes.
And are you insured?
Yes, we are insured. And if you guys didn't know, we have a Cleaning Business University course where we teach you how to start and scale a 6- or 7-figure cleaning business without cleaning any houses.
And now, no, I'm just saying right now it's the lowest that it will be. So if you don't have it, jump on it now.
And we go over what insurance we have and why we recommend it. So do we perform inspections on your contractors? No, we do not. We have our clients for that. So we don't go out to any homes. Our clients are our eyes and ears. How do you break down the split? That's in our course. Do you hire individual workers or just contractors? Both are the same.
Yeah, what is that individual workers?
No. So they're essentially the same. If you're working for yourself or you're a contractor, they're essentially the same. So we go to
do you share customers' phone number with the cleaners? We do. We're at that point now that we trust our contractors enough to do so, but maybe you're just starting out with them and you don't feel so comfortable to do that, but we definitely do so that they can get into the building or communicate certain things. So
and it takes less of it takes headaches off of you, so you don't gotta be waiting by that phone when they call you or something happens.
Would you work with the staff and agency to supply the cleaners for the jobs? I've been having a tough time finding contractors in my area. Sure, if you know a staffing agency, we don't know of any.
Shout outs to Miss Tisha 1377 just bought the course. We want to see you get active. Yes, it's great that you bought it, but we want to see you take action. The next email we should hear from you next time we see you on IG Live, it should be, I got my first client, I got my first contractor.
How do you handle theft accusation? Knock on wood, we do background checks, we do all that stuff with our contractors. So in our 5 years, we haven't really faced theft accusation. But if that was to come up, I guess we'll just have to deal with it and try to figure out as much as we can. I mean, we're not detectives, but we would think that we know our contractor good enough to know that they wouldn't do that. But I guess you just have to gather all the evidence if that's something that you're facing. And then if that's a hypothetical, then that's not something that comes up often based on the rigorous hiring process that we spoke about and that we go over in the course.
It's funny because our students were just having that conversation in Cleaning Business University, the community, and they were all just sharing their thoughts on how to handle it if it does happen in your business. So definitely tap into Cleaning Business University community where we got over 200 students sharing the things that they're going through and how to best help each other out.
Yep. Okay, another question that came in. What is the text blast that you use?
You could do a text blast on Active Campaign. You could get all your customers' numbers in there and you could blast it out. But there's a few of them. You could use mobile text alerts. You could use community text. There's a few different options that you can use.
Community, they have to opt in.
Well, they gotta opt. Yeah, but you can use mobile text alerts, get their phone numbers, but they do opt in when they sign up with your services. Oh, you can text all of them once they. And then what you want to do is put some sort of booking platform on your website so that when they're trying to get a quote, you automatically get their contact information, and that's how you kind of gather that.
All right, let me see if there's any other questions. Nope, none is here.
You can scroll up. There's a few.
Oh, that's real far back.
Let's see what you got. Let's see. Keep going.
Okay, so
We
I
don't
think
do any
it's
on-site estimates.
do you
Our
subcontract
our
quote?
website is based off of bedrooms and bathrooms and square footage. It gives you an estimate of what a normal house would take and what the average price is. And when our cleaners go to the house, they may say, "Hey, we want more," or "This is fine," or "We may need to upgrade this to a deep clean." So we have a standard base rate for every house based on the bedroom, bathroom, and square footage. And that also allows booking you to be easy. So you don't have to go and do 20 home quotes for everyone to say no and you get one booking that day. We could get 11 new bookings in one day because we don't have to go out to every single house and do an in-person quote. That's one of the benefits of having that booking system.
What would you pay out an independent
I
contractor
tried to
if
read
you
that earlier.
help with the work? I know you pay 60/40 if they go along with about what about accompanying them? Unfortunately, I can't give you that because we've never accompanied anybody to know how to split it, but I guess that's something you could figure out. Maybe 30/30. I mean, I don't know.
If I'm going out and
I
helping you
don't
with the
know.
work, then we're definitely not splitting
We're
that.
not splitting it evenly. Ain't that much. Um,
Y'all never lied about Yelp.
we don't lie about anything.
Yeah, Yelp. We use Yelp. Yelp is
I'll
one of
tell
our
you.
biggest marketing platforms, but we say that's how we find our clients. Most of our clients come from Yelp and Google, but that's
Mhm.
one of the things that you have to try different things. You can't pull your eggs in one basket.
Mhm.
We found that Yelp was our biggest at one point, and then Google became our biggest. And we noticed recently that Yelp gave us a big boom in 1 month.
Mhm.
And we was like, yo, what happened that month on Yelp and how can we replicate that in our business? So we went to the Yelp, we went to our Yelp account manager and it gave us the reasons. And we said, you know what? Let's up our marketing budget on Yelp. So you got to try different methods. You can't just say, I'm going to try Yelp. I'm going to try Google. You got to try a few different things to see what works for your business and your area. That's what we do. That's how we know what works for us. But again, appreciate you guys being here. Yes, Face, Makeup Vibes. What up, Dre? What up, Dre? We got to go live too. So
Thanks, Tabitha.
yes. So again, Cleaning Business University, we go over everything that we talked about today in more detail. We can only do so much in 46 minutes. We tell you how to find contractors, but most importantly, what to post, what job ads to post, how to interview, what to say on the interview. We actually give you an interview script, what to look for when you're interviewing people, where to find them, what to post, when to post, how to find your ideal clients, what to post, how to market to them. We give you all the detail, all the breakdown, and a full run through on how to find clients and how to find contractors so you can be profitable in your business. We've been open for 5 years this week.
Yep.
Our cleaning business opened on Thanksgiving Day, and we had our first booking on Black Friday the day after.
Yes.
We were ready to go, and 5 years later, we've done over $1 million in revenue.
Our
Our
students,
students have done
gone-
over $4 million in revenue.
They've opened in 35 plus states, so it can work in your state. Whatever state you go ask me, it can work in. Yes.
35 plus states, $4 million in revenue. They're doing this. So
Yes.
check out cleaningbusinessuniversity.com. Start and scale a 6 or 7 figure cleaning business without cleaning any houses.
Do something new for yourself before the new year. Don't be in the same rat race. That's all I gotta say.
That was our goal. We said we are going to launch before the new year.
Yeah, that's what
We said we're going to launch for the new year. We started in October. 4 weeks later, we were open by Thanksgiving Day. First booking. And then 5 years later, here we are telling our story to you guys. We always wonder, like, what would happen if we didn't keep going? So,
yes,
you guys don't got to worry about that. You guys don't got to worry about the hurdles that we've been through because we already been through it. And we're telling you how to overcome it.
and right now our course is the lowest that it's been. So act on it or don't. That's going to be on you, but I suggest that you do. And thank you for joining us. Was there anything else?
Instagram, we appreciate you guys being here. YouTube, make sure you thumbs up this video.
Subscribe as well. All of the above.
Check out cleaningbusinessuniversity.com. Black Friday sale started early. Y'all can thank me later. But thank yourself by getting your cleaning business up before the new year. Giving yourself a new stream of income, a new revenue source so that you can scale it. We also just did an interview with Jeremy, one of our students who got cleaning business to 100,000 in 8 months. That is on our YouTube page. That's also on our Instagram page. We just did a 100K story with Jeremy. 100K in 8 months. So it's not
that
just
going to
us.
be you? Are you going to be our next testimonial? You let me know.
Love those testimonial Thursdays. So appreciate you guys. Peace.
Take care.